Questions 26 to 30. Logic apps, GDPR again. Yes, it comes back. Azure Government, Azure Monitor, and DevTest Labs. 5 questions, 10 minutes. This is exactly how the real exam feels. Topic jumps, no warning. Pause. Answer. Then I'll break down every trap in each option. Starting now. Question 26. Your team has limited experience with writing custom code, but it sees tremendous value in automating several important business processes. Which of the following options is your team's best option? Options: A, Azure Functions; B, Azure App Service; C, Azure Logic Apps; D, Azure Kubernetes Service. Key phrases: limited coding experience plus automating business processes. Think low-code, no-code automation. One Azure service is specifically designed for non-developers to automate workflows visually. Correct answer: Azure Logic Apps. Azure Logic Apps provides a visual, low-code, no-code designer with hundreds of pre-built connectors to automate business workflows. Teams with limited coding experience can drag and drop actions to connect apps, trigger processes, and automate tasks. No deep programming knowledge needed. It's perfect for automating approvals, notifications, data sync, and more. Why the other options are wrong. Option A, Azure Functions. Azure Functions is a serverless compute service that runs custom code triggered by events. It requires writing and maintaining code, not ideal for teams with limited coding experience. Option B, Azure App Service. App Service is for hosting web applications. It requires development skills to build and deploy apps and is not focused on business process automation. Option D, Azure Kubernetes Service. AKS is for deploying and managing containerized applications. It requires advanced technical skills in containers and Kubernetes, far from suitable for low-code automation. Quick memory tip: no code needed equals Logic Apps. Need custom code equals Azure Functions. Hosting web app equals App Service. Question 27. You are working on understanding all the key terms when it comes to international standards, data privacy, and data protection policies. Which of the following pertains to the following? A European policy that regulates data privacy and data protection. Options: A, Azure Government; B, GDPR; C, ISO; D, NIST. Key phrases: European policy, data privacy, data protection. All 3 point to one regulation. This is a straightforward compliance terminology question. Answer: B. Correct answer: B, GDPR. GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation, is a landmark European Union regulation that governs how organizations collect, store, process, and protect the personal data of EU residents. It applies to any organization worldwide that handles EU citizen data, with heavy penalties for non-compliance. Azure provides GDPR compliance tools and documentation to help customers meet their obligations. Why the other options are wrong. Option A, Azure Government. Azure Government is a dedicated cloud for U.S. government agencies, not a European data policy. Option C, ISO. ISO creates global technical and quality standards across industries. It is not a government regulation, and it does not specifically focus on European data privacy. Option D, NIST. NIST is a U.S. government standards body. It has no authority or relevance to European data privacy regulation. Quick memory tip: GDPR Europe data privacy. Easy rule: G equals general EU data, N equals NIST US Gov, I equal ISO international. The full AZ-900 mock exam is already live for members. 60 real exam style questions. Full exam simulation. No breaks, just like the real test. Join now and get certified today. Question 28. You are working on understanding all the key terms when it comes to international standards, data privacy, and data protection policies. Which of the following pertains to the following? A dedicated public cloud for federal and state agencies in the United States. Options: A, Azure Government; B, GDPR; C, ISO; D, NIST. Key phrases: dedicated public cloud, federal and state agencies, United States. This describes a specific Microsoft Azure cloud offering, not a regulation or standards body. Azure Government. A. Azure Government is a physically isolated instance of Microsoft Azure built exclusively for U.S. federal, state, and local government agencies and their partners. It uses separate data centers staffed by screened U.S. citizens and meets strict compliance frameworks like FedRAMP High, ITAR, DoD IL2, IL4, IL5, and CJIS. It is classified as a dedicated public cloud, not a private cloud, because it's operated by Microsoft. Why the other options are wrong. Option B, GDPR. GDPR is a European Union data privacy regulation. It has no connection to U.S. government cloud services. Option C, ISO. ISO is a global standards organization. It certifies compliance but is not a cloud platform or government service. Option D, NIST. NIST defines U.S. government security and technology standards, but is not a cloud service or deployment environment. Quick memory tip. Azure Government equals dedicated cloud, US Gov only. Separate data centers. Think US flag on the cloud. Question 29. Which feature collects all of the logs from various resources into a central dashboard where you can run queries, view graphs, and create alerts on certain events? Options: A, Microsoft Defender for Cloud. B, Azure Monitor. C, Event Hub. D, Azure Portal Dashboard. Key phrases: collect logs, central dashboard, run queries, view graphs, create alerts. This is a monitoring and observability question. One Azure service is the central hub for all telemetry, logs, and metrics. Correct answer: Azure Monitor. Azure Monitor is the unified monitoring platform in Azure that collects, analyzes, and acts on telemetry from cloud and on-premises environments. It aggregates logs from all resources into log analytics workspaces, supports Custo query language KQL for running queries, provides visual dashboards and workbooks, and allows you to set up alerts for specific events or thresholds. Why the other options are wrong. Option A, Microsoft Defender for Cloud. This focuses on security posture management and threat protection. While it uses some monitoring data, it is not the general purpose log aggregation and alerting platform. Option C, Event Hub. Azure Event Hubs is a real-time data ingestion and streaming service. It captures millions of events per second from external sources. It is not a dashboard or log analysis tool. Option D, Azure Portal Dashboard. The Azure Portal Dashboard provides a customizable overview of your Azure resources, but does not collect logs, run queries, or create alerts natively. Quick memory tip: Azure Monitor equals logs, queries, plus graphs, alerts. One-stop shop for everything monitoring in Azure. Question 30. Which service could help you manage the VMs that your developers and testers need to ensure that your new app works across various operating systems? Options: A, Azure Test Labs. B, Azure Repos. C, Azure DevTest Labs. Key phrases: manage VMs, developers and testers, various operating systems. This is about provisioning test environments quickly. One Azure service is specifically designed to spin up and manage dev test VM environments efficiently. Correct answer: Azure DevTest Labs. Azure DevTest Labs allows teams to quickly create, provision, and manage Windows and Linux VM environments for development and testing. It supports automated VM provisioning with reusable templates, enforces cost controls like auto shutdown, and enables developers to self-serve test environments across multiple OS configurations, perfect for cross-platform app testing. Why the other options are wrong. Option A, Azure Test Labs. Azure Test Labs is not a real Azure service. It is a distractor option. The correct service name is Azure DevTest Labs. Option B, Azure Repos. Azure Repos is a source code management repository, like GitHub, within Azure DevOps. It stores and manages code but has no functionality to provision or manage VMs for testing. Quick memory tip: DevTest Labs equals DevTest VMs on demand. Auto shutdown saves costs. Repo equals store your code, not test labs, DevTest Labs. Part 7 is coming next, your infrastructure deep dive. VNet, availability zones, resource groups, and compute control levels. Question 34 in that set is one of the most missed questions in this entire series. You'll want to be there for that one. Subscribe and hit the bell. See you in Part 7.